What's going on, guys? I'm Jay the Black. Shout out to everybody tuning in. This is going to be a part two or an update to a video that I did about a female that decided to put her baby's father on blast for only bringing one child food. Now we know who this particular person was. This particular female actually is a TikToker. She has over 100,000 TikTok followers. And if you go to her Instagram, you will see that she doesn't carry herself as somebody who's living off food stamps, okay? That can't afford to feed her children. I told y'all that the social media profiles are very deceiving. A lot of these women are struggling. Now, some people may look at this and say, we can't tell her just being a personality, because again, she also has a YouTube page. And this could be a part of her gimmick online. Well, her doubling down doesn't sound like a gimmick. So let's get into it. The other video that I did will be in the description box. Let's take a look at what she had to say.
So the whole world is basically bashing me right now because I'm the baby mama who was upset at her baby daddy because he only decided to give his child McDonald's and not the rest of my other 3 kids.
But she thought that it would make him look bad. She thought it would make him look bad that she put this. See, women are so used to embarrassing men and getting props for it that she thought that this would be no big deal. But times have changed, and men are no longer going to be embarrassed and humiliated by you heifers, because people see right through you. And that's why you got the pushback that you got.
4 kids. You knew the situation when you dated me. Our child is the youngest child.
I brought that up in my video. I actually saw a clip of her revealing the bonnet she had on. Because I said in my video that I bet she's filming that with a bonnet and a house dress. That was one point I made. But another point was that I said that if he knew that she had children by other men and he still decided to have unprotected relations with her and had a kid with her, he does deserve responsibility in the situation being where it is. And I do think he deserves responsibility for having a child with somebody that already had 3 children. Because a lot of you dudes, man, y'all see these single mothers and you're like, man, she still look good. Y'all are having unprotected relations with these women, knowing full well you do not want to be in a relationship with her. You do not want to wife her up. You do not want to have a family with her. And you need to understand, if you get her pregnant, you're going to be somebody that she's going to be very bitter towards, because again, she thought you was going to be her savior. She thought that you were going to come in there and be a family man to her other children. So if you don't want to be it, she's going to force you to be a family man to her children, to her other children.
So keep that in mind before y'all make me the villain. That means all my other kids knew him. He was buying the McDonald's when we were together. My kids have to go through a transition of our breakup as well. Like, yeah, me and you broke up, but my kids got to feel it too. So now my kids have...
Well, wait a minute. Just listen. He did those things because he wanted to impress you. He didn't do it because because he genuinely loves your other children. I'm pretty sure he probably likes your other kids. He has nothing against your other children, but your other children have fathers. You should know that. I bet when it's Christmas time, you're going to be wanting gifts from the other fathers for their children. You thought you was going to make a family with this man, and when it didn't happen, you like, oh, well, every time you try to do something for one child, you got to do something for all of them. That's not how it works. That's why you're being mocked all over social media, because you thought that this guy was the one. You thought he was going to help you raise those other 3 children, and he decided, no, I'm not going to. But I'll do something for my child, which again, he should be responsible for. He was being responsible for his child. That's what people got to understand. Yes, He did get with a single mother. He had unprotected relations with her, and he should be accountable for that. But he's bringing food for his child. So isn't he being accountable for that? But he also should be accountable for getting with this heifer, knowing full well she might be a little crazy. You got to look at the signs, man, and say, do I want to have unprotected relations with her, knowing full well she might be crazy? Stop playing house with these single mothers. Stop promising these single mothers that you're going to help them raise their other children, because they're going to believe you. And that is where the problem for you comes into play. Y'all dudes want to sleep with these women so bad that you're trying to play stepdaddy to their other children, knowing full well you don't want to be with that woman.
To see only one of their siblings get McDonald's and not the rest of them, and they know it's coming from you because, of course, like me and you used to be together. They used to see you. You used to do it for them. But now you don't want to do that for them anymore.
Well, he did offer to have his son eat the food in the car. You were very unreasonable. We can talk about his accountability in this, but you were very unreasonable. You threw the food on the ground. You are mad because he no longer wants to be a father to your other children. That's what you're pissed off about. But you should understand this. Stop opening your legs to different men, unprotected, who aren't your husband, who aren't your long-term boyfriend, not some guy that you met at the club, not some guy you met at Walmart, not some guy you met on the job that you was attracted to, and you just couldn't help yourself. You see, this is why we have the problem with these single mothers that we have. These women are out here being very loose with their bodies, but then they want to point all the blame towards the men. No. Yes, he deserves blame in this situation, getting to where it is, but you're not going to put all the blame on him, and that's why social media is coming at you.
That's petty. That's petty. Like, it's not fair. Like, you're not finna give one child McDonald's and not all the other kids McDonald's. Like, I'm not going. And then on top of that, you mean to tell me you can dib and dab and want to do it sometimes, but yet you can't feed all my other kids McDonald's, though?
What about their fathers? Women, I've noticed this about some women. They will put all the responsibility of financially supporting their children on to the new guy, right? It's like, well, wait a minute. Where are the other children's father? Why aren't you asking them for food? It's only two reasons. Either they done got lost, she's either still sleeping with them, or she's so delusionally in love with these guys that they won't put them on child support and they won't ask them for anything. You do got women like that. Yep, or they might be in jail. Dude might be in jail. But you single mothers got to stop asking the one responsible dad to take care of your kids by other irresponsible men who refuse to be in their children's life. Because that's what it looks like. And by the way, you're on social media trying to pass yourself off as an influencer, but you can't even feed your own children. You're looking for the baby daddy to do it. Getting on social media, faking it till you make it. You making yourself look bad. That's why you're getting mocked.
That's what you mean to tell me? Like, I'm not going for that. I'm going to stand on what I said, and I don't care what everybody else have to say about it. Y'all could judge me. Oh, well, I could be the villain, but I said what I said. Like, if you can't bring everybody McDonald's, then can't nobody have McDonald's then. Period.
That's that single mother logic that we're talking about here. What she got to understand is that it is not his responsibility to take care of your other children. He should only be accountable to the child that he had with you. And as long as he's taking care of that child and being accountable for that child, to me, this shouldn't even be this big of a discussion. But a lot of you single mothers, you put your hopes and dreams into one guy thinking that he's going to come in and save you from yourself, and he ends up not doing it. So what you do is you run to social media and you look to point at him and say, he's the bad guy, when in reality, you're the bad guy. That's why you're being roasted and cooked all over social media. And this is only going to amplify the roasting See, the day of you heifer just pointing the finger at men, thinking that you're just gonna put everything on men, are over. I do think men need to be accountable for the things that they do, but you're not just gonna put all the blame on us as if you weren't there to screw up your own situation. And it's clear that, listen, this guy knew you had other children by other men. He sold you a dream, and you are pissed off that he did not deliver on that dream. So that's why you're on social media making this reply video trying to double down, only make yourself look bad. So let me know in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video and share it. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'll see y'all next one.